So this right here is not Minecraft. In fact, Minecraft isn't even running. This isn't a mod, there's no super processing of the game going on right now. This is 100% AI generated Minecraft. Now you might ask yourself, what does that mean? Well, developers at Oasis have come up with a AI dreaming technology trained entirely on Minecraft gameplay. They took what was happening on the screen, combined with the inputs of the player, and used that to train their AI on what Minecraft is supposed to look like. And over the course of training, now they have a fully playable demo of AI Minecraft, or at least what an AI thinks Minecraft is. And it is one of the most interesting, surreal, and somewhat scary things I've ever seen in my life. Truthfully though, this experience was straight up just wacky, wild, insane. It felt like I had just done loads of drugs and then decided to boot up Minecraft. One thing you'll immediately notice is that the AI does not have memory. It can't know what blocks are already built and what was placed where. It's only going based off what it can see and what the player is inputting. Therefore, if the player looks to the left or the right, it thinks, I need to generate a new image because they're looking left or right. It doesn't take into account the fact that I looked left 15 seconds ago and there was a house there, and now I looked away. When I look back again, the house should still be there. It is also because of this that it does some incredibly strange things. For example, if you walk into water in the game, you don't sink or float or really do anything, you kind of just keep walking on the water. If you then look straight down at the water, in my case, it eventually thought that the water I was looking at was the blue sky. I was looking straight down, it changed me to looking straight up at the blue sky, and then I looked down again to see a completely new world before me. It had formed what it thought would happen if I looked down from a blue sky, but it couldn't remember that I was already looking down. If my character were in the game, he would just be doing flips over and over again, honestly, and each flip would take him to a new dimension. I only got about 5 minutes with the demo here, and in those 5 minutes I saw some wild things and tried to test what I could. Breaking blocks kind of works, but there's no physics or anything to hold things together. The AI will kind of just decide whether or not a block is broken, whether you're in range of it. It's going entirely based on what it thinks it knows. There are no concrete rules here. For example, at one point I mined some sand out from another block of sand. If you knew anything about Minecraft, you would know that the sand block would then fall. That was not the case here, as I successfully mined out a piece of sand only for the AI to think, yeah, sure, that seems about right, and leave the sand block above it there. I then walked closer to it, and the AI said, you didn't mine anything at all. This has been a sand block wall all the time. You're crazy. I'm right. We were so worried about the AIs taking over the world, we didn't look at the true threat of AIs. AI gaslighting. I tried jumping around, mining straight up, mining straight down. At certain points, animals would fade into view, but because they were far away, the AI couldn't 100% decide that they were there. At one point, a pig walked up to me, but the AI couldn't really decide what to do. So it took a look at the pink color of the pig and was just like, pig? No, that's pink. That's a bunch of uncooked chicken on the ground right there. Playing through this legitimately felt like a dream. A lot of times when you're dreaming, things don't quite make sense. Things aren't always quite in focus. You have to get really up close to something to get any sort of detail out of it. And then when you look away and look back, oftentimes that thing you were interacting with in the dream is gone. And that is the exact same experience I had here in Minecraft. This is as if you were playing Minecraft in your dreams. It does have a inventory system, which I did try to use. I pulled out a carrot out of my inventory, and it then decided that I would no longer have any hands because my hand had been put away and it couldn't figure out how to bring the carrot out at all. Again, there's no game engine here, there's no physics, there's no inventory system, there's nothing. It's going based off entirely just what it thinks should happen. Truthfully though, this experience has been just mind-blowing. Not necessarily that playing it was that fun. It was a little bit frustrating when I would try and make things happen only for the AI to decide, that's not what you're doing, you're in the mountains now. But imagining this technology in 10 years' time, where issues like memory for the AI, or the AI not being able to decide what exactly one thing is, so it just makes a completely wrong decision, when that's been fixed, I can absolutely see completely AI generated experiences in the future. We've already seen developers mess around with AI when it comes to game development. We have murder mysteries where you have to talk to AI characters in order to try and solve the mystery, and most of the time it doesn't work because they're AI and they just make stuff up. Kind of a lot like real people, I'm gonna be honest. As far as I've seen though, AI has always needed to be directly prompted to do something. If you want to ask it a question, you have to first ask the question and get a response. If you wanted, say, an AI generated image or video to pop up, you have to prompt it with what you want, or you can ask it sometimes to just make something on its own. I've never seen something in real time be able to generate on the fly based off what I was doing. When I pressed forward, my character in this AI world moved forward because that's what it was trained to do. When I tried to break a block, my character tried to break a block. When I tried to pick something up, my character tried to pick something up. I've never seen AI be so responsive like this. All in all though, this is possibly the most impressive piece of AI technology I've seen used in terms of game development. This goes so far beyond AI NPCs or certain AI generated images or certain things that appear in games. A lot of modern remasters are doing that right now, where they just put a single AI upscaled image into their game. This was a fully interactive AI experience, and what better game to do it in than Minecraft? This does bring up the question that has kind of been skirted around for a very long time now with AI, with people saying that AI will never replace real artists. Well, what happens when an AI is able to create an entire video game? What does that say for game developers, for 3D modelers or artists or whatever? Yeah, you could say on one hand it'll make our entertainment easier. On the other hand, that entertainment is less personal, right? A lot of times when I play a game or look at a story, I know that people made that game. People wrote that story. There was a connection to it. When AI is generating something, it feels a little cold, a little meaningless. So what does this mean for the future? I think we all need to come to our own conclusions. If you were able to come home from work or school or whatever, sit down and have a completely AI generated experience, perfectly curated for you and your tastes and what you want to play, cool. Awesome. A lot of people might really enjoy that. On the other hand, though, if you're looking for deeper meaning in art or the ability to experience a story that you know was handcrafted by people wanting to create that experience, the lines get a little iffy on whether or not you should be enjoying AI art. I can absolutely imagine in the future some 100% purists saying anybody that enjoys anything AI is stupid and dumb and it needs to be made by a real person. And pretty soon now it looks like we're going to be going past the points where AI is just a tool. It may actually one day be a fully fledged option for people to consume media. AI generated TV shows, AI generated video games. What more could you possibly want? It was made for you. Anyway, I just got done through playing this demo, and it was one of the most mind-blowing things that I've ever seen, honestly. I have never in my life experienced something like that, and the demo is actually available for anybody to play. I would imagine, though, that the queue times are going to be longer and longer. Like I said, you only get 5 minutes with your chosen experience. You get to choose from a couple different preset locations to start at. However, after you start, it's clear the AI will have its own ideas about where you are and where you're going. I'll leave a link down in the description if anybody's interested in playing for themselves. And personally, I kind of recommend playing it. If nothing else, it's a cool novelty to look at. And for some people, I'm sure it will probably shatter your worldview and make you question if anything in the future is ever going to be real ever again. However, on that somewhat depressing note, I've been Wolfengene. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna go have an existential crisis for a while, I think, and then stare at the ceiling until I completely dissociate from my body. This has been fun. Wolf and Gene out.